Contacting PIs and researchers out of conferences, meetings, and your institution can be awkward and may feel like you're cold calling a stranger. However, there will be times where you'll need to get in touch with someone when an in-person conversation either isn't possible or appropriate. So, when and who might you need to contact? As a researcher, here are a few scenarios that you might find yourself in. When looking for a new position, you might want to get in touch with a PI to ask about available posts or upcoming vacancies. Or you might want to follow up on a position that's been advertised to find out more. Perhaps you're seeking support from a PI for a fellowship in their lab, or you might want to get in touch with a researcher whose group you're interested in working in. You might want to get in touch with a researcher or group with expertise in a subject or technique that you want to start using, or you want to get information on one of their methods. Expanding your technical skill set gives you a diverse range of tools to answer research questions, and you can still improve your skills remotely and begin conversations that could lead to learning from experts in person. You've identified a potential collaboration with a group. You could be interested in finding out more about the current research or sharing data. Getting in contact with a group member could open the door to a breakthrough in your own research. It's important to network and build connections that could potentially benefit your professional development and research. Introducing yourself in your work can help establish a new professional relationship with someone who could support your career or who you could help in turn. There are a few ways you can connect with someone before, or instead of, meeting them in person. Send an email. This is usually a more formal way of contacting someone. Start by introducing yourself and be clear about why you are contacting them. After establishing the initial contact, you might want to request a call or a meeting, if appropriate. Direct messaging someone via Twitter is a great way to make contact on a more informal level, and can be very effective if the person you are contacting is a regular Twitter user. They'll also be able to get an idea of your interests from your own profile. If you're making the first move to make contact, there are some general tips to bear in mind. Use their correct salutation. If you've never met or contacted them before, use their title, so Doctor or Professor. You can then follow their lead from how they sign off in later emails or messages. Be succinct and to the point. Try not to ramble or go into unnecessary detail. You can explain further if prompted in follow-up communications. It sounds obvious, but check for glaring spelling errors. Typos and mistakes don't make for the best first impressions. If you haven't heard back from them, follow up, but allow at least 7 to 10 days for them to get back to you before politely sending another message. They may have other priorities. And remember, there is no harm in making the first move. What's the worst that could happen? You may not get a reply, but you might establish a great new relationship.